All right, page 6, we have the distance formula. So now go ahead and just write down, skip a line. Now we're gonna make a big kind of distance formula. So you need to make a big square root symbol all the way, like almost to the end. So do like a little line, like a little check mark, all the way to the end. All right, and then we're gonna put a parenthesis with a little squared on it, plus, and then a parenthesis again with a little squared. So you have a little 2 on the top. Now in the first one, remember, get your highlighters. I'm gonna go ahead and use the yellow. So go ahead and highlight the first part on the inside, yellow, okay? Then the second one, I'm gonna highlight it a different color. I'm gonna use orange. You can use a different color. All right, this is gonna help when we're looking at the examples. So this part, you're gonna put x2 minus, there's a minus sign, x1. This is going to be y2 minus y1, okay? So that is the formula. Let's go ahead, skip some lines. So a basic example would be something like the origin, all right? So the origin is the point 0, 0. And then I'm gonna give you another point, 8, 6. And we're gonna do the same thing we did last time. I'm gonna use the X color for the X number. All right, that first part right there, like that. You can actually just do this, do that. The second number is going to be your Y's, but you have to be careful with the order, okay? This is first, so I'm gonna have X1, Y1. This is second, so I'm gonna have X2, Y2, like that. Now look, the X2 number is the 8, X1 number is a 0. So skip a line. Go ahead and draw your big square root symbol. So once I go ahead and put this in parentheses, X2 is the 8 number, 8, and there's always a minus sign because the minus sign is in the formula. X1 is the 0 squared. Put a big plus sign in the middle. All right, Y2 right here is 6, and then again we have minus, and then 0 squared. Okay, so now let's do this. What is 8 minus 0? That is going to be 8 squared plus 6 minus 0 is 6 squared. Now to put this in the calculator, all right, the calculator doesn't have this button very well. This, when you have 8 squared, go to the side right here, this is 8 times 8. Okay, same thing over here. 6 squared, when you put in the calculator, it's gonna be 6 times 6, okay? So just put in the calculator, 8 times 8 equals 64. 6 times 6 equals 36. So this number is going to be 64 plus, don't forget your plus sign, 36, okay? Then all we're gonna do is add. What is 64 plus 36? Let me see, 64 plus 36 equals 100. Now for the very last one, put a little square root and then put 100. All right, let me see what this equals. If I do the square root, that's this button right here. You see this little square root? All right, over here, watch, little square root. That's my square root button. So you have to type the number first. Okay, whatever's inside, you put that one. So 100. And then you push your little square root button. So the answer is 10. All right, and go ahead and, I don't know if the test wants it, what form, all right? Sometimes the test likes it in this form. Sometimes the test wants it in the whole number form. Okay, so just go ahead and, this is both your answers. All right, skip a line. All right, now let's do some negative numbers. Let's do 3, negative 2. And we're going to do -5, 7. So the X number, remember that first one, I got 3, and I got -5. And then I have the -2, and I have the 7. This is so we can put them in the formula the right way. Now remember, this one's first. So what does first get? X1, Y1. X2, Y2. So they're kind of like flipped. Some people are saying, like, Mr. S, you're kind of like flipping them over here. And I was like, yeah, I can go ahead and flip them. All right, skip a line. going to do a big square root symbol. X2, remember the formula says x2 minus x1. So watch, x2 is going to be negative 5 minus x1 is 3 squared. There's a plus sign in the middle of the formula. There's always a plus here. Y2 minus y1. So be careful, guys. This is where everyone messes up. Y2 is positive 7. Then you have to put a minus because this is minus. And then this number also has another minus 2. Okay? So I have a double negative. All right, let's just put it in the calculator. Right? Don't bust your heads. So watch, negative 5 minus 3. Let's type this in. So you want to push the 5 and then make it negative. You'll see negative 5. And then push the minus button, minus 3. Enter. You should get a negative 8. So right here, I'm going to put negative 8 with your parentheses. Don't forget the squared. Don't forget the plus. Now let's go ahead and let's type in this number, 7 minus negative 2. So here, reset. So I'm going to push 7, just a regular 7, minus, here's my minus button, and then you have to push the 2 and then make it negative. So see, now I have negative 2. Enter. It's going to be positive 9. You see it's positive 9, there's nothing there. So now everyone messed up on this part, be very careful. This is negative 8 times negative 8. Over here, this is going to be a regular 9 times 9. So let's type it in, watch. So let's go ahead, negative 8 times negative 8, the way you type it in, you push 8 and then negative, like that, times multiplication, 8, and then again negative, enter. You get a positive 64. So 64 plus, and then 9 times 9, so reset. 9 times 9 is 81. So we're going to add this, 64 plus 81. What is 64? Oops. 64 plus 81 is 145. So 145. Now finally, I have to do my square root symbol. Okay? So when you push it, everyone type in 145, and then push your little square root symbol right here and right here. So you get 12.04. This is rounded, 12.04. So some of them are going to be whole numbers. Some of them are going to be decimals. Okay? When you're done, show it to me so I can give you your work. The work is going to go on the back of this page. All right?